when you were coming up and hustling and grinding, there's like these certain moments that make you feel like it's all like it's working and it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember that first moment where you were like, I'm doing something, it's happening?
Yeah, well, first I will also say that coming up, there was a lot of moments where I was like, I want to quit.
Yeah.
Like, I want to quit right now. My son is 2. My son, I have to protect my son's future. I was thinking like stuff like that. Like, I can't be this traveling $100 comic for my son. Like, I got to start thinking about health insurance for my son. There was all these factors.
Wow.
And of course, my mom just in my ear, like, it's time to stop this thing that you're doing with comedy, Joseph. Like, and you hear that a lot and you believe her. You're like, well, she is right. Like, I have the responsibility as a dad now. Like, I got to be a dad.
Wow.
So there's a lot of times where I just wanted to quit, man. And then there was these situations where I was seeing my peers blow up, people that I came up with.
Yeah.
Getting TV shows and getting hour specials and, opening for big names. And I remember when I saw Gabe, pulling up in 2 Hummers, one for him and one for his assistant. I was like, damn. I remember looking at Gabe like, yo, how did you get here?
He's like up in Oprah handing out Hummer. He's not just cars, he's getting everybody Hummers.
Yeah, but I just remember it. I remember he had the PS at the time. I think it was the PS2 or something that was in it, or the PS3 or whatever was in there. But I just remember I was like, "You put a PlayStation in there?"
Yeah.
And it was just amazing to see him just blow up the way he did. But there was that opportunity. Like, there was that opportunity where I was like, to be, how do I say it? Like, jealous. And envious.
Yes.
And I could have let that easily take over. Like, yo, what is Gabe doing that I can't do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
We're both hysterical. Why is he living like this? Like, I got a son to feed. Like, I could have done that. You know what I mean? I could have been that guy, but I didn't. I looked at Gabe's success, and I looked at Kevin's success. I looked at Chelsea's success.
Yeah.
These are all my peers. These are all people that we were like,
yeah, all working at the same time.
At the same time, and then just them just rising like that. And I could have easily just went the envious route and hated and used all that energy the wrong way. And nothing would have happened for me. But instead, I looked at it as motivation. Like, oh, okay, he got that Hummer. I'm going to get 4. You know what I mean? Kevin selling out arenas. Okay, I can sell out arenas.
Nice.
Chelsea got a TV show. I can get a TV show, because that's all people that's all. Whenever you see someone successful, just look at their success and go, oh, okay, they're showing you that it's possible.
Yes.
That's all they're showing you. Don't figure out the reason why they got it. Don't sit there and hate on them. Oh, the reason why he got it is because he's friends with this person. He knows his management is tied in with blah, blah. Shut up. No, he's there because he was passionate and it happened. So as long as you stay in your lane and stay passionate, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
What was it that catapulted me, right? I think every year there was this every year there was a moment that made me realize that I'm on the right path, right? Like a lot of people don't like little what am I trying to say? Just like little hints of like success.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people look at it and go, oh, that's not what I want. No, that's what you want. Those are baby steps.
Yeah. That's
a lot of people see it like, oh yeah, that's not a big deal. It's like, yeah, it is a big deal. Everything's a big deal, and celebrate everything. Everything that happens in your life, celebrate.
That's
even
good.
if it's small, celebrate it. A lot of people like knock down positive energy because it's just not what they really want. It's like, oh, I got a meeting. Oh, I got a meeting with this executive, and they want to do a movie with me. But I mean, we'll see what happens. It's like, no, you don't say that.
Yeah.
There's an executive that is interested in you, and there's someone in Hollywood that wants to make a movie with you. That's success. Like, that's exactly what you want. You want someone to, see you, and they're starting to see you. So that's that baby step. Yeah, you might not get a movie yet, but there's someone looking at you.
Yeah.
So you got to celebrate those moments.
Celebrate the little wins.
Celebrate those. Yeah, they don't want to celebrate that moment about talking to an exec. They only want to wait for the movie to actually come out to celebrate. Well, then what's life? What's your journey? Why can't you enjoy everything that's happening?
Yeah,
you're not going to be happy with anything then.
Yeah, because when you look back at it, I mean, those are the things that you're celebrating. Those are the happy moments. Yeah. It's the hard times that you look back on and like, man, that was when it happened. Like,
yeah, man.
That's what made the difference.
Yeah. You know?
There was sorry.
When I got Montreal, Robbie Praw, I love you. Robbie Praw's the booker for Montreal. Montreal is like the World Series for stand-up comics, right? It's a hard thing to get to. You know, only a few comics get invited, and that's even like the top level comics to the guys that don't even have a name yet. To be invited to Montreal, which is a comedy festival in Montreal, Canada, and to be invited to this thing is it's a big moment in your career. Things could change. You know, every executive is there, every comedy club booker is there, every comic is there, you know, from Dave Chappelle down to, not down time. To, but like down to me, to like from Dennis Miller to Brian Regan to everyone. It's just every comic is there for a whole week.
Yeah.
And from around the world. And it's huge. And the thing is, the people of Montreal support it. So every show sold out. It's a festival.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Every show is sold out, no matter what you're on, you know, and when you're coming up, and you go to Montreal, they put you in these themed shows, you know what I mean? Like up and coming, new faces and blah, 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 you know, themed shows, and they're sold out. And there's always an exec there to see you. There's always somebody from the industry there that's just trying to find the newest thing. And I remember when I finally got Montreal, it took me 3 years to get in, you know, 3 sets of auditions. They kept passing me. And then they finally passed me to go. And then and I did New Faces at Montreal. And right when I walked off stage, Ross and Bob Reed and Ross Marks, and they walked up to me and they go, "You got the Tonight Show. That's it. We want that set on the Tonight Show." By the way, I'm working at Nordstrom Rack at the time.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I remember walking off stage, and literally it was just like I got off stage and they both ran up to me and they go, "We want that set and we want that on the Tonight Show." And they go, "And by the way, you're the only comic we've actually offered anything for the Tonight Show during this festival." Yeah, it was kind of cool, man. And here's another one of those things where it's like celebrate the moments, right?
Yes.
Because I remember telling all my comic friends, I go, "Yo, I got the Tonight Show." And they were all treating it like, "Oh yeah, but it's not the same, you know, it's not like how it was with Johnny." You know? They were saying stuff like that. It's just, "Oh, at least you'll get tape." You know, they weren't really like, "Yes, congrats."
Happy for you.
It was it was kind of like a whatever,
like
just do
like
it.
a backhanded compliment.
Not really backhanded. They just, it was more like, "Okay, good for you, but like, you know, don't think anything's gonna happen." Like that's how they were acting, you know. And whatever, you know, I didn't look at it that way. I was like, "Yo, this is the biggest show on TV still."
Yep.
And it's finally my moment to be on prime time. This is the Tonight Show. This is the world famous Tonight Show. Yes. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know a show's bigger than you know a show's big when the name of the show is bigger than the host.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's called the Tonight Show with. You know what I mean?
That's right.
They will replace you soon. Don't get me wrong, the hosts are always great, but the show is legend. You know what I mean? It's still legend. So anyways, I do the Tonight Show and I get that standing ovation, and I'm still working at Nordstrom Rack, by the way. So I get the standing ovation on the Tonight Show. This is before YouTube popped off and all that stuff. So like, you know, he was still getting, I'll make up a number, but I'll just say like in the tens of millions of viewers, right? So we'll say that. It's about 10 million. Let's just say it. And the reason why I say it's such a high number is because I never seen so many people walk up to me and say they saw me on the Tonight Show the night before. And I was getting shoes for people. So like at Nordstrom Rack, they grab the shoe from the floor, they give it to me, and I go get the mate in the back. And every other person was like, "Oh my God, I saw you on the Tonight Show. You were so funny, man." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And then they're like, "Can I get this in a size 7?" And then I'm just right back to reality. Like, "Oh my God." But that was that moment. That's when I was like,
wow.
"Oh, it's happening."
That's
awesome.
awesome.
It was the Tonight Show. I tell Jay that all the time. I'm like, "Jay, you changed my life, man."
Well, you know what, Joe? There, like you said, there's these moments that happen, and man, I've been out at like 1 o'clock. I travel for work sometimes, and there was one time I went to Connecticut, and I had to fly out the next day early in the morning, And that night I was like, I have a backpack full of flyers and I'm not leaving Connecticut until I get all these flyers out. Yeah. So I left my hotel at 10 o'clock at night and I started handing out flyers. And I have a Facebook Live. My wife saw me just walking the streets like a hooker, like I say, just handing out flyers. But having you on the podcast today is that moment for us.
Yes.
You know, when you're out in a parking lot handing out flyers and people that you know see you. I mean, we saw people that we knew at one of your other shows and they're like, what are you doing here? And you're handing out flyers.
Right.
But having you here is that moment for us. So
that's dope.